You heard earlier tonight from Chaplain Dennis Kelly, who is with us tonight all the way from Bahrain, where he is serving on an unaccompanied tour for 1 year while he's establishing a Credo detachment. For those of you who are unfamiliar with that acronym, Credo stands for Chaplains Religious Enrichment Development Operation. Apparently the good Lord uses acronyms like the Pentagon does. So we're thankful for that. Also with Chaplain Kelly tonight is his wife, Brandy, and their children, Hope, Caleb, Sarah, Micah, and Seth. I should tell you that I had a little conversation with Chaplain Kelly in the back, and I understand they're soon going to be based here in Coronado, so we're going to welcome them to the San Diego military family. We're going to be delighted to have you here. To tell you about their experience with United Through Reading, please welcome Brandy Kelly.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to be with you this evening, and it's an honor to share part of our story with you. When Dennis and I first discovered United Through Reading, we had a 4-year-old, a toddler, and a new baby on the way. We were about to face a long deployment, and we were concerned how they were going to react when Daddy came home. But as it turned out, he did 2 back-to-back deployments, and it was a very long 1.5 years. Communication on board ships is tough, and that was what we dealt with those 2 deployments. Mail takes a long time, email is often unavailable, and phone service is difficult and very expensive. Some days it felt impossible to help the kids feel connected to Daddy. But then, the United Through Reading video came, and it changed everything. Dennis began to record stories regularly for Hope and Caleb. He read longer books for Hope so she could listen to a chapter at a time. Caleb enjoyed his own stories. His favorites were Thomas the Train, and he'd watch them over and over again. And even baby Sarah, Dennis recorded cute little board books just for her. Those videos from Daddy were my saving grace on those exhausting days when I longed for him to walk in the door or just go to the bathroom without someone following me. Once Sarah started to crawl, she'd go right to the TV and point and say, "Dada, Dada," asking for her videos. And yes, Dada was her first word, even though he was gone 11 months out of her first year. When Dennis finally returned home from deployment, Hope and Caleb rushed right into his arms. Sarah just stared at him. It was so cute, and she reached and touched his face. She could finally touch him and not the flat daddy on the screen. She went right into his daddy's arms. She knew who he was because she had seen him, and she knew his voice from the United Through Reading videos. So a few years and 2 more children later, shore duty tends to do that, Dennis received unaccompanied orders to Bahrain. For the past 11.5 months, he's been working to establish a Credo detachment. He's serving the military in Bahrain, Djibouti, UAE, and the other surrounding areas. When he left this time, we were excited about the new possibility of connecting in real time. So the very first night he was gone, the kids sat motionless at the computer while they tried to listen to Daddy read a story to them over FaceTime. He had packed several children's books just for that purpose, but the Wi-Fi connection wasn't strong enough. He'd drop out for a few seconds and the kids would holler, "Wait, Daddy, wait, what did you say?" As we quickly realized that the real-time connection was not always going to work. So our United Through Reading videos were just as relevant now as they were on that ship deployment so many years ago. So we Skype and we FaceTime and we talk on the phone when we can, but we know when the kids need uninterrupted time with Daddy, or I just need a moment, we pull out our United Through Reading videos. Our schedules don't always match up, time zones are off, work, meetings, school, sports. It makes it hard to connect in real time. Sometimes Dennis is still asleep when the kids wake up, or he's still at work when we're getting ready for school. As much as our children love and miss Daddy when he's away, They are busy, they're kids, they have short attention spans, so even when we do get to FaceTime and everything's working, they might be distracted. More often than once I've heard, "I'm playing Legos, Daddy, here's what I made," and then they run out of the room. So our conversations are sometimes short, and more often than once, Dennis left feeling disappointed, and that's tough when you're 8,000 miles away. So Dennis has said that the days on deployment are monotonous, and they run together when he's away. But taking time out to record a story for the kids, just to focus on being daddy for a few minutes, it reminds him of the little ones, ours and yours, whose freedom he's protecting. He says that it reminds him of the meaning behind his work and his purpose, and that makes him a better purpose and a better military member. So our year apart is coming to a close, just a few more weeks. I know we'll have an adjustment when being together again, but I know we're stronger and we're closer now. United Through Reading has played an enormous role in that this year, just like it did so many years ago. When we connect reading with someone we love, it deepens our relationships. And during a year-long deployment, it makes a difference that lasts a lifetime. Thank you.